Now let's understand production possibility curve with regard to central problems. Okay, so nature of economic problem and the basic economic problem can also be explained with the help of single diagram. Simple, very simple diagram it is, which is known as production possibility curve. Okay, so we will first understand the concept of the production possibility curve. So let's understand the meaning first. What is the meaning of production possibility curve? A production possibility curve is the curve which shows various combination of two goods that can be produced with available techniques and with given amount of resources. Okay, given amount of resources means the resources which is available with you in your country, you can say. Okay, again I'll repeat, a production possibility curve is the curve which shows various combination. See, various combination means, suppose I have a wood. Okay, now I want to make furniture also, I want to make door also, fine. So I want to make paper with that wood. So what I will do, so with that I have limited number of wood, like 5 kgs or 10 kgs it is available with me. Now with that resource only I have to manage these two things. Now how much combination I can make? Okay, that means how much I can make furniture and how much I can use it for making paper. So that division I have to understand, that is how much I can produce with what is my combination of those two goods with the available resources. Am I clear? Now, assumptions of production possibility curve. See, in economics you have to understand any law, they don't go without assumptions. Now, to understand assumptions, previous to that let's understand first diagram. Can you see the diagram over here? Graph. Okay, you can see A, B, C, D, E mentioned on F, mentioned on that. Now see the combination of A. What they are making? They are producing two things, that is butter and then guns. Fine. Now just check out at point A, what is the production level of guns? It is 0. Fine. But then guns is 0, but then butter is 15. Fine. So this is what it is, the combination. See, at B combination you have produced some part of guns and some part of butter. Same way, see, you have increased production of guns, and with the increase in the production of guns you can check out there is a reduction in the production of butter. I hope you understand. Why? Because you have limited number, you have to utilize it for both. Fine. So see the schedule. If you make A, then 0 butter, 15 guns you are making. Okay. So what is marginal opportunity cost? Now what do you mean by marginal opportunity cost? Opportunity cost means what cost you are paying for your opportunity. That means if you are making some other combination, what is your cost for that opportunity? You are getting opportunity to produce second goods, right? Now when you are producing second goods, what is the cost you are paying for that? How much sacrifice you are making? So in first case you have made no sacrifice. Now see B, when you are making 1 butter and 14 guns, so what you can see, you can check out that you are sacrificing one part. Okay, so that means you are sacrificing one part of gun. There is a reduction in gun. So this is what the sacrifice which is being made. Am I clear? Likewise, you can check the complete schedule. Now let's understand the assumptions. You know very well, economics without assumption nothing works out. Okay, so production possibility curves is based on the following assumption. First is what? The amount of productive resources are fixed. That is what we said. I cannot increase my resource. The amount which I have, that is fixed. So this is what? Assumption. Second assumption, there is no change in technology. Why? See, because if I use upgraded technology, no doubt I will work out better, I can produce better, right? So but then I have assumed that there is no change in the technology, my technology is constant, or the productive resources are fully employed. I even assume that I am utilizing all the resources available completely. That is, there is fuller utilization of resources. Okay. Now resources are not equally efficient in the production of all the goods. This implies that as resources are transferred from one use to another, there is decrease in the efficiency, resulting in increase in the cost of production. Okay. So we know very well, if we are moving one resource to another, it's not necessary that it will give you same result. Okay. So it's not equally efficient. It is not guaranteed that it will give same result in case of production of all the goods. Now this implies that as resources are transferred from one use to another, there is a decrease in the efficiency. That means the production capacity may decrease. Okay. So resulting in increase in the cost of production. So what will happen if I am going to produce some other commodity? It is possible that my cost of production can increase for that. So that is also a part of assumption. Am I clear? Now let's understand the characteristics of production possibility curve. Okay. The production possibility curve slopes downwards to right. Fine. A downward sloping production possibility curve indicates that the economy must give up some quality of one good to obtain additional quantity of the other good. So what that? See, when you will see the different combination, you have seen that curve is sloping downwards, right? Now why it is sloping downwards? Because it is indicating that economy, if they want to produce some quantity, they have to sacrifice for the other. So they have to give up some quantity of one goods to obtain the additional quantity of the other goods. Okay. Assuming that the resources are given and they are fully utilized. Given that is, resources are fixed and they are completely utilizing that resources. Okay. So when we move from combination B to C, you can see that whatever sacrifices is being done in one goods, that is additional to the other goods. That means that is adding to the production of another goods, right? Now second, it is concave from the origin. You know, convex concave you have already studied. You can see it is concave from the origin. Origin means 0. If you will check out from 0, it is concave. A concave shaped production possibility curve indicates increasing opportunity cost. The opportunity cost of a commodity, say butter, is the quantity of other commodity, say gun. That means if you are getting opportunity to produce butter, that means you are increasing that. No doubt that is opportunity cost. That means you are sacrificing for other goods, that is guns. Okay, which need to be given up. Fine. To get 1 unit of it. Thus, we move from combination A to B. The economy has to give up 1 unit of gun to get the 1 unit of butter. This is what it is all about, the characteristics. So do remember, it has how many characteristics? 2 characteristics. First is the production possibility curve slopes downwards and towards right. Okay. Second is it is concave from the origin. Now let's understand the basic problems of production possibility curve. First problem is problem of scarcity. Now what that means? This is implied by all those combinations of two goods which lie outside the production possibility boundaries, such as combination indicating by point K. Can you see the diagram over here? See the point which is been outside, that is K. Now this point outside the production possibility K, production possibility boundary shows combination that cannot be attained because sufficient quantity of resources are not available to produce them. That we have already studied, that whatever resources we have, that is limited in number. Suppose if I want to increase my production, then what will be the condition? That is not possible. That is, if I want my production to achieve K, that is not possible. Why? Because there is a problem of scarcity. Now, the economy does not have enough resources to produce those quantities. It is only the point on or inside the production possibility. Inside, which is the inside point, that is point H. Either you can produce C, E, or you can produce H. If you want to increase your production, that means if you want to touch point K, you cannot do that. Why? Because your resources are limited. That is problem of scarcity. Now next is problem of choice. This is indicated by the need to choose between the attainable point on the production possibility curve, such as choice between combination C and E. Now problem of choice, whether you want to produce guns more or whether you want to produce butter more. That means whether you want to touch point C or whether you want to touch point E in the previous figure only. Okay. So given the production possibility curve, the only way to raise production of one good is to lower the production of other goods. So that is what you have to do. You have to sacrifice one goods to produce another good. Clear? The problem of what to produce. The problem of what quantity of two goods. That means what you will produce. You will produce butter more or guns more. Which one is the more in demand? That is a problem. So what quantity of two goods is to be produced is presented by any particular point. That means you can check out on production possibility curve that how much you are producing one quantity and how much you are producing another quantity, or how much you are sacrificing one quantity for the production of other quantity. Okay, that is problem of what to produce. That is quantity. Okay. Next is problem of fuller and efficient utilization of resources. If all the resources are efficiently utilized, the production will take place at the same point of the production. That means whatever you have shown on the production possibility curve. But if the economy is producing any combination of goods lying outside its production possibility curve, such as point H, okay, that means inside, within. That is in the last figure only which I have shown. It would means that either some of the resources are underlying, that means we are not completely utilizing the resources, or it is idle. Okay, or some of its resources are used inefficiently in production. That means it's not properly used in case of production. Am I clear? Now let's understand problem of economic growth. As pointed out above, a production possibility curve is drawn on the assumption of given resources and given technology. We have already assumed that what we have assumed resources are limited and technology will not change, right? But it can. Economic growth results in increased availability of resources and technological development. That means economic growth in case of country's economy is possible. How? With the increase in resources, or you can develop the technology. As a consequences, that means as a result, the capacity of the economy to produce goods and services increases. Okay, suppose my technology is improved, so my production capacity will also increase, right? My goods and services will give better results. So economic growth shift from the production possibility curve outward. Can you see the diagram? See, one is already drawn. The dotted line is being shown that upgradation of economy. Okay, upgradation of economy, that means now my economy is working better. So that is my production possibility curve will improve if I will improve my technology, or if I will increase my resources. So now here if you can see, I can touch the point K. That means the one which was not reachable, attainable. Am I clear? So this is the effect of technology. Do remember, you are being asked special question, what is the effect of technology improvement in case of production possibility curve? So what you will say, it shows the upgradation, and you will draw this diagram also. Am I clear?